When it comes to being the life of the party and making a living at the same time, you want to know some secrets? We'll find out right here on this segment of Geeks Are Sexy. You want to know who to hire when you're coming to Las Vegas and you want to party? Doesn't matter what kind of partying it is. It could be bachelor, bachelorette, could be just wanting to come hang out, just coming to Vegas. That's what partying is all about. That's what this city was made for, was partying.
It's true.
It is true. Well, welcome to Geeks Are Sexy. Thanks so much for watching. I'm your host, Michelle Roxy Davis. My co-host, Jen Zen, is in the house. And we welcome you to this talk show that's about technology, entrepreneurship, and social media. Geeks Are Sexy is brought to you by Platinum Physiques, professional bodybuilding and personal training at its best. Go to platinumphysiques.com and get started today changing your life. They changed my life, they can change yours. So today on the show, I have CEO of Surreal Nightlife, Brian Pfeiffer. Welcome
Hello.
to the show.
Hi.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Welcome.
So we want to talk about geeking out today because you have some .coms that you just got the domain on, you just bought them, you were going to make a huge PR announcement, and you thought, what better yet, come on to Geeks Are Sexy and talk about them.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got, well, they're not just like, domains, they're actually full-fledged businesses,
Yes.
websites, yeah. So we picked up a couple major domains in Las Vegas and websites, and it's going to be pretty crazy.
So before we get into those, I kind of want to talk about the story of Brian. And when you think about Madhouse, you're throwing a party, it's super crazy, and before you know it, you're thinking, I could make a business doing this. I could make a business throwing parties or something. Talk about your story and how you started Surreal Nightlife.
Yeah, well, I was always that kid in high school, that had the parties at the parents' house when they went out of town.
I know that
You've probably
kid.
seen American Pie, Stifler.
I know that
was
kid.
me, So that was me in high school. Then of course in college I joined the party fraternity at the at school in Northern Illinois where I went, and it was always a party every weekend,
Love it.
And then I kind of had a passion for it. And later, I went into the corporate world after college, and then when I was like 28, 29, I actually started working the door at a nightclub, and then that became, throwing a party at the nightclub once a month.
Because you were kind of a big guy, just a little bit.
Yeah, and that's how it really got started. That was back when I was 29. I'm in my 40s now. I've been doing it for 15 plus years.
Wow.
Throwing
Northern
parties.
Illinois University, I remember a lot of cornfields and
DeKalb,
keggers.
Illinois, yeah.
There was nothing else there. I had friends that went there, yeah.
I'm sure if you pass through the Midwest, you've seen
That's
DeKalb
it.
corn.
That's it.
DeKalb corn.
And his
And partying at his house.
Yep. Exactly.
So from there, you've created a company that's all over the place. It's in Miami, it's in Chicago, it's in Las Vegas, it's in Los Angeles, it's everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, my two focal cities are Chicago. I still have a big Halloween event. We do promotions on the weekends
Still
there.
need to go there.
And
gotta do
I
it,
own
girl.
part of a nightclub there called
Yeah.
Prism Nightclub.
okay,
It used to be
Nice.
Crowbar back in the day. It was
Yeah.
kind of a big deal. And then in Vegas, I have the hosting company. So those are my two focal cities. I do a little work in Miami, but Vegas is obviously the big focus, especially now going into the busy season.
Yeah, you're traveling
So-
back and forth all the time. How do you keep up with such a busy lifestyle on top of social media?
Well, I do like 40,000 text messages a month, I think, on my phone. So
Insane.
yeah. So yeah, it's pretty busy. I look at my monthly statement. I'm just like, wow, it's almost like 1,000 plus a day.
Wow. I'm like, do we need to take a break? Do you need to use your
Yeah,
phone?
I got some
Okay.
text to
You
now.
don't want to
Okay.
see my phone.
Oh my gosh. Because I see on social media you're with a lot of eye candy, I see.
Yeah,
that's
well,
always Brian.
That's
always
part of the business. It comes with the territory.
That's such a tough job to do.
He's like, it's fine. That's just part of my job. It's totally cool.
So
Well,
let's talk about the new jobs.
Yes.
Let's talk about Bachelor Vegas first.
Yes.
Yeah, well, obviously the guys that come to Vegas, bachelor parties is a big deal in Vegas. The site, the one site is bachelorvegas.com, and that whole site is geared for bachelors. It's ranks well for if you search bachelor party ideas in Vegas.
And I bet you a lot of bachelors and bachelorettes, they like to do different things.
Right.
They like to do the same things.
Yeah, well, the
Different
bachelorettes, they want a male review, and the bachelors want a strip club. But they both want to go to the nightclub, and they both want to go to the pool. So it kind of is the same a little bit. Obviously, generally the men have a bigger budget than the females typically.
Right. And that pool culture is huge. I know when my friends come from Chicago, they always want to get the cabanas, they want the bottle service.
Yeah.
It
VIP,
becomes like, it's a whole event.
Yeah,
It
the
really
same people
is.
that won't spend hardly any money in Chicago will come out here and spend
You know
their
it.
life savings
You
pretty
know
much.
it, yeah. But it's such a
It's the
booming
truth.
business.
That's what
you know?
Vegas was made for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
BacheloretteVegas.com.
Yeah, I own BacheloretteVegas.com, BachelorVegas.com. Those are the two niche specific sites, and we also own a big one called Exploring Vegas, which is more encompassing, and then VIP
let's talk
Services
about that.
Vegas.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about ExploringLasVegas.com.
Sure, Exploring Las Vegas is more for say you're coming to Vegas and it's all ages. Like people
Right.
want to come out here, they want to see the Grand Canyon, or they want to rent a car, or they want information on hotels. We have like a rating system on there. So it's kind of a little bit of everything. That site's been a little bit neglected. Like I bought it and the guys kind of like put it aside for a couple of years, so we're going to bring it back.
Good.
So,
Because I think especially when anybody, if they have kids or if they're on business or they're just here going solo, they want to know
Right.
everything to do. I mean, not just partying.
Yeah, because I don't necessarily go to bars and nightclubs. I used to work in bars and nightclubs, and now when I go on vacation, I want to know, like you say, how to go to the Grand Canyon. What if I want to take a
Right.
tour or
Right.
go,
Exactly.
find a museum or
so
something?
that site kind of has all that, the helicopter rides and
Yeah.
the fun stuff, the machine guns, all that kind of stuff on there.
And then Vegas VIP services.
Yeah, that one's, that every site that we have, and now I have 5 really big domains and websites, every one it goes after a little bit different niche when it comes to like keywords. So like, for example, Surreal Nightlife, actually we're changing the name to Surreal Nightlife and Bottle Service, and guess what niche we're going to go after?
Okay.
Bottle service. So
Exactly, that's what's
VIP
good.
services, that goes after the VIP niche, you know what I'm saying? Where
Interesting.
bachelors go after the bachelor niche, the bachelorettes go after the bachelor niche.
So
they're not competing with each other, but they all have their role.
So one thing I love is your creativity, your imagination. You were a bouncer, and the party nightlife of everybody's college dorm, I think. How in the world did you become such a geek?
Well, I did work the door. That's kind of where it started, but that was just a weekend gig. I do have a master's degree, so.
Okay, so let's notice that one too.
That's to facilitate the master.
I have a
You gotta-
master's
you gotta
degree
work
in
on the
finance, so I
weekends,
went
yeah.
ahead and.
Let's talk about that a little bit too now that's brought up.
Yeah, but I really actually would kind of live the party life. I used to tell people I was on permanent spring break for like 10 years. Like through my whole 30s was like spring break. And then I moved out here, and then I started really seeing like where I was lacking kind of on the internet marketing side of things. I went for about 10 years of kind of not really keeping up on my education.
Yep.
And then I hit it really hard from like 40 to like now I'm 44. And now we're really starting to get into like, the paid advertising, the SEO. I'm buying more domains. Things are really starting to come together because I'm really seeing like the future there,
So let's geek out on this a little bit. How has it changed now that you've kind of taken your education
Right. To
Well,
the next
honestly,
extreme.
the change happened probably like right around 5 years ago when mobile smartphones became really, really big. That's kind of when the
Right.
iPhone 5 kind of came out, and everybody's had to have an iPhone. That was, before that, everyone was on a BlackBerry. I remember I moved out here, I was still on a BlackBerry,
Right.
and that was 4 years ago. And then the iPhones became really popular, but then they still didn't really have the infrastructure in place in most cities to support like all the, all the like media and stuff, the Instagrams and
Right.
the videos and the YouTubes.
And
well, that's
everything
all
is
changed.
Wi-Fi everywhere now, whereas it wasn't before.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so now everything is just mobile, and people can just, now people are like, they think about something, they just go on their phone and they just find it, So all our sites are mobile responsive, and the whole idea of building this, kind of sort of empire is to get everything like ranking high for all the keywords each one is going after. So when someone wants a VIP host in Vegas, they can go to my site.
So you got the
and find
formula.
It, Yeah.
Now, when you want to go execute that, and you want to get down to the nitty gritty, and you want to party in Las Vegas. Now, partying means you got the concierge, you got the party playing, you got the bottle service, you got the
Right.
VIP, you got it all handled. That's where this guy comes in. Give your .com.
Well, my main.com is surrealnightlife.com, and then, of course, bachelorvegas.com, bachelorettevegas.com, VIPservicesvegas.com, and exploringvegas.com.
Awesome.
Yay! Well, I know where I'm
Love
going
it.
to go to party.
He's
Oh,
the
this
geek of the
guy.
week.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We'll see you in Vegas.
All right, everybody.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time on Geeks Are Sexy.
Thank you.